What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Hope you all had a great weekend. Happy Labor Day. Um, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. My weekend was pretty good because it was a lot going on throughout this weekend, but it was a reflective weekend for me. Like I took a chance to reflect on some things and just come to the conclusion that I don't give a damn no more about pleasing other people in any way, shape, or form, professionally, personally. Because you can't please everybody. You know what I mean? So I'm at that point now where I just don't care. I'm just gonna live life. Um, it's so funny because I had gotten a comment and somebody was like, "Oh, you got to get a microphone stand because the mic is covering half your face." Really? I'm looking right into the camera. I'm looking right at my face, and I can see my entire face in the camera. So what half of the face is it covering? I was mad confused by that comment. I'm like, yo, some people just give me like weird comments. Like, how do you not see my whole face? How is the mic covering my whole face? Like half my face. How is it covering half? Even if I do like that, you still see me. I could do like this. You like the mic isn't even all the way up to my face. It's right here. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's weird, but whatever. It's part of the point, like of what I was. It's part of why I was reflecting this week. I'm like, yeah, you can't please everybody. I'm good. I'm not even gonna try to please nobody no more. I'm pleasing myself from now on. The hell with it. Um, so getting into this episode of GH, I like that little conversation Sonny and Nina had. He kept pressing her about the Ava situation. Like, oh, what were you and Ava talking about? I'm glad Nina nipped that in the bud real quick. Nina said, listen, what me and Ava was talking about was me and Ava's business. They ain't got nothing to do with you. There's certain things that you can't talk to me about. There's certain things I'm not going to be able to talk to you about. I respect that they set those boundaries in their relationship for the time being. I know some couples supposed to have trust in each other. They supposed to be able to talk about whatever with their, partner or whatever. But that's not always the case. It's some things where it's confident. It's confidential. Especially when you're dealing with your friends or whoever, like somebody else's business, you shouldn't be going to tell your partner about it. Unless it's something like funny and they don't really care if you tell, then that's different. But something serious is like, no, that ain't your business. That's between, A and B. See your way out. I'm just saying. So Nina's a little glum about the day or whatever because it's a special kind of day. I think it's Nell's anniversary death or something like that, but we don't care about that. I'm just saying. So BLQ and Chase pop up or whatever. BLQ sitting there announcing, "Oh, we're a couple. We're okay." BLQ, calm down. We know you're a couple. Okay, cool. Kudos to you. She's sitting there trying to butter Sonny up and stuff like that, talking about, oh, we should all double date. Sonny was like, all right, cut the shit. What you want? Sonny was like, I know you want something, so what's the favor that you need? What you want? Because he know BLQ. He was like, listen, why the hell would two young people like y'all want to double date with two old fogies like us? Like, why? You obviously want something. BLQ cut to the chase. She basically wants Sonny to use his connections to get Chase some gigs. Sonny was like, well, shit, I know a lot of people or whatever. I could definitely, especially in the music business and whatnot, I can help y'all out. I respect the fact that Chase turned that down. Chase said, he said, listen, I appreciate it, but I'm still a cop at the end of the day, even though I'm on suspension and my career may be over. I'm still like trying to get my job back. He was like, my first love is being a cop. So having Sonny Corinthos attached to anything that I do, that's not going to look good for me if anybody find out, oh, Sonny helped book the gig or whatever for this cop. Or he was like, no, I'm still a cop at heart. So no. He was like, thank you, but no thank you. I respect it. I do. Because that's just how I expect that out of Chase. So Nina butted in and was like, listen, I could talk to Curtis and get you a gig at the Savoy. And that's kind of funny because Link basically took the Savoy deal off the table with Chase. And it's funny that Nina's pretty much offering to put that deal right back on the table. So it's like, it's the same deal all over again. And Chase was more receptive to Nina offering up her help because it's Nina. It's like, she's not an organized crime. She could help him. So, Chase was like, I'm more receptive to that idea. But he was pissed at BLQ for putting him in that position. because he didn't like that she put him in that position, knowing the kind of guy he is, knowing that he's still a cop basically, and you're going to put me in a position to, you know, work with Sonny Corinthos in any capacity. He was like, no. So he was pissy about that. And, you know, BLQ had to apologize and stuff like that and promise to be more on the up and up. I like them together, but like I said, I don't see them working together. I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just two totally different. He's more on the right and wrong side of the law. Like, he's more on the right side of the law. He sees everything black and white. Maybe a little gray at times, depending. But BLQ is more on the wrong side. Like, she goes with the wrong before she even tried to do right. So I don't see how them as a couple, even them as business partners, is going to work. Like her as his manager and stuff like that. Because we already know BLQ, she has unsavory ways about her. And Chase may not like a lot of her ways. And the way that when they hugged and the look on his face, he looked off. I don't see them lasting long either as a couple or in the music business. I just don't see it. Because the only way for them to work is for Chase to conform to BLQ's ways of thinking. And I don't see him fully doing that. You know, little small incidental things, I could see him looking the other way. But major stuff, no. He's not going to compromise his morals and principles for her. And I hope he don't, because he is who he is. And that's what she fell in love with. So you kind of got to take people for who they are. Same with her. You know, he fell in love with her for who she is. So he got to take her as she is. So they need to find a way to meet in the middle here if they're going to want this to work. But I don't see them having their cake and eating it too. You know, as a couple and being in business together. I not to say it can't work, because it does work for some people, but that's not always the case. And I think that their relationship may, you know, be the one that is not the case. You know what I mean? So hopefully they can figure out a way to work that shit out. Hopefully. I don't see it, but hopefully. Anyway, moving on from that, Cameron. I feel bad for Cameron. Cameron need to do something. He is about 2 seconds away from losing his woman. Cameron is about to go through some heartbreak, all thanks to Jocelyn John Jacks, JJJ, hashtag JJJ. He's about to lose her because the way she was in that dumpster with Dex, they looked like they was about to smash in that nasty ass dumpster. Like the way she was all looking in his eyes and stuff, I'm like, ew. First of all, that shit ain't romantic. Y'all laid all up in hospital poo. So that's not nasty. Y'all laid all the way, you know, y'all just leaning back and all up in hospital dew. Ew, that's just nasty. I could imagine the smells in that dumpster. I know it smelled like straight toilet piss up in that dumpster. I know it got to smell like rat piss up in there. It got to. I know it smelled like straight Badusi up in there. Like they need to get on up out of there. I don't know how they tolerate that smell, because I couldn't do it. Hell to the gnaw, gnaw. I couldn't do it. Absolutely not. But Cam is about to lose her. Like, he all at the party wondering where Jocelyn is and stuff because she late. She up in the dumpster looking for this damn bracelet for Lil Avery. She finally found it, and, you know, Dex took off his shirt, and she was like, oh, you always looking for an excuse to do that. Well, shit, Jocelyn, when you got a body like that, I mean, wouldn't you want to take off your shirt and flex every single day? I'm just saying. It might sound a little conceited, but he got a reason. I'm just saying. And shit, she over there sounded like she complaining. She knows she like it. She like when he flex, so stop it. But yeah, I don't see nothing good coming out of it. Then when Jocelyn finally made it to the party, she told him about the whole dumpster diving incident and stuff like that, about how she was looking for Avery's bracelet. He was like, oh, why you didn't just call me? I would have, you know, you didn't have to do that alone. The look on her face and that smirk she gave off, I said, oh, she about to be a little thought. She about to have some thought tendencies soon, because I'm like, I ain't like that little smirk that she gave off. I said, nah, no, you about to go in the whole territory. You need to leave that to the professionals, because you need to get out the whole territory. I'm just saying. Jocelyn, don't do this. Don't do it. I know Dex, you know, he looked like fine wine to you or whatever, but come on now. You guys stand by your man. Like that Tammy Wynette song, stand by your man. That's what you need to do. He's sitting right over here. Don't play Cameron like this. Don't play him out to be no chump. Please don't do it. So anyway, moving on from that. The thing is, it's so funny that I feel like this whole Trina situation is about to blow up her paternity, because Jordan showed up to the party. And, she didn't think that she was going to be welcomed at the party because of the investigation. But, Taggart and Portia was welcome, and they said, listen, we all good. It's all good. That's the past. Because Portia had saw Spencer at the party. And, she was about to make a beeline for Spencer. And Taggart was like, hold up. He said, I let the past be the past. Leave it alone. Jordan was like, well, shit, sometimes it's easier said than done. She was like, yeah, sometimes you can't let the past be the past. And her and Taggart were talking, and Taggart was wondering, like, where, what the hell is this? Like, Taggart was wondering pretty much like where Trina got that desire to save the world complex. And Jordan looked over at Curtis, because Jordan suspect what everybody already suspect and know, that Curtis is definitely that girl father, because she got like this hero complex. She always got to save somebody, be somebody's savior. And Taggart was like, I don't know where she got that from, because it couldn't have been me. I'm like, well, I mean, you were a cop, you know what I'm saying? An agent, all of that. So maybe she did get it from you. But I think Jordan, she's starting to put the pieces together. She been putting the pieces together. And then TJ, of course, was talking to Jordan about the whole Aunt Stella situation, because Stella is on her way to the party or whatever, and he was talking about the ancestry thing, where they matched her up with somebody in Port Charles, and that was a mistake, so they matched her up with a cousin in London. Jordan is starting to think maybe that wasn't no mistake, that she really does have a close relative in Port Charles. So Jordan gonna dig deep into this. Like, she's not letting this go. So Portia, your time is up, because the truth is definitely about to come out. So anyway, moving on from that, Trina pretty much went over to Spencer when she saw him and let him know, like, listen, let's just move on. You know what I'm saying? Because she feel like she can't have Spencer in her life at this point. Because she's ready to move on with life. Spencer was looking down at that letter like he was ready to tell her. He was ready to give her the letter and stuff like that. Until she made that little speech to him. And him and Cameron were talking about the letter and stuff like that. And Cameron basically told him, listen, don't suppress your feelings. Because when you suppress your feelings, bad things happen. And I seen that look on Spencer's face, and he know Cameron telling the truth. Like, some bad shit can go down when you do that. But Trina and Rory are starting to get more serious, like to the point where Rory was pretty much inviting Trina to a cop banquet, a police banquet or something like that. And she was all for going. She was like, the hell with it. Let me live life. Cause she learned not to be cautious, and she just want to live her life now. So she's down for going. They're getting more enamored with each other. And that's what I was figuring was going to happen. That, if Spencer didn't say something soon, she was going to get more and more wrapped up into Rory, and it was possibly going to be too late. I mean, as long as she not the man wife or nothing like that, it ain't never really too late. Even if they were to get married, it still ain't too late, because this is Port Charles. People don't even give a damn if you're married or not. They, they still try to get you. I just feel like, they're getting more and more into each other. Like, they kissing more. They doing all of that. So I'm like, they getting more into each other at the moment. So I'm like, you better do something. So Spencer ended up, walking by Trina's table or whatever, and he dropped that letter. Because he was telling her that he was gonna leave or whatever. He dropped the letter, and then when he panicked, he tried to get the letter, but Trina already got the letter before he could get it back. And she was looking at it and stuff. I'm like, she about to read it. I think she should. I think Trina definitely should read that letter and find out his true feelings for her. Find out everything. Because like I said, it's better to let her know everything now. And it's up to her if she accepts him and wants to be with him, or she just rejects it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see nobody in this get hurt, but one of them, somebody's feelings gonna get hurt. Maybe that'll be Spencer, maybe that'll be Rory, but somebody not gonna get Trina. I'm just saying, y'all both can't have her, so she gonna have to choose at some point who she really want to be with. So anyway, moving on from that, I don't blame Brando for 1 second. He feels ashamed for trying to get conservatorship, or asking Sasha to do that or whatever. I don't think there's anything to be ashamed of. The girl needs help. She needs somebody to look after her interests because she's not doing that. And I'm glad he was able to talk to TJ about it, but he needs to figure this out with his wife. Because Sasha met up with Lucy or whatever, and Lucy pretty much told her, like, you need to take a step back from work, because Sasha talking about coming back to work now. And Lucy said, no, I don't think that's a good idea. So Sasha sitting there, you know what, you're right. Maybe I'll miss out on the fall campaign and even the winter campaign. Lucy said, that's nice and all, but I think you should take a little bit more time than that. So that's when the conversation turned left. And Sasha started realizing what Lucy was trying to say. So she started getting defensive and agitated, like, oh, you trying to push me out the company? You trying to push me out? And Lucy was trying to calm her down, like, relax. She was like, maybe you should put, all your deception stock and your financial responsibilities to the company, or your ties to the company, you should put it into a trust. You know what I'm saying? To protect yourself and, until you get better. She was flipping out at her, banging her hand all on the table, like just going the fuck off on Lucy. Oh, that's not going to happen. Like, she was just having a complete meltdown in the restaurant, to the point where the manager had to come and ask her to leave. Somebody was filming her. She took the phone and stomped all on it. I was like, yo, she was going berserk in that restaurant. Thank God Brando got there when he did. Homegirl was losing her mind. And, she was all hugging Brando and crying. And she revealed to him in that moment that, yeah, I do need help. She sees it. She needs help. And that's all Lucy wanted her to do. Get some help. As a business person, I can't blame Lucy. I can't blame her for wanting to distance the company from Sasha. I don't blame her for that. You know what I'm saying? Because she basically told her, either you put the stock and your responsibilities to the company in a trust and get some help, or we gonna have a meeting and we gonna vote you out of the company. I can't blame Lucy for that, because her number one priority is the company. Like, she cares about Sasha. She wants Sasha to do better, but Sasha has to want to do that on her own. None of them can force her, not even Brando. She has to want to do this on her own. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Some people don't like conservatorships or whatever, but it's necessary sometimes. It's very necessary. When you feel like you're with a person who can't control themselves, their impulses, they're going down the wrong path, they don't want to get help, you got to do what you got to do, and I don't blame Lucy for trying to look out for the company. She got her livelihood to look out for. She got Maxie's livelihood to look out for. She got other staff members' livelihood to look out for. If that company fails, they all lose big financially, including the employees. They all lose big. She can't afford to let that happen, because we all know how Lucy feels about deception. You know what I mean? So I can't fault her for that. Hopefully this time around, Sasha's going to get the help that she needs. I hope she's willing to put in the work. So anyway, moving on from that. So Sonny and Nina pop up at the Savoy and stuff like that. And of course, Curtis is still pissy at Sonny for not helping him out. He's still being pissy at him or whatever. Curtis need to let that go. Like, he just need to let bygones be bygones and let that anger go. Like, Sonny is not your enemy. He's not your problem. You know what I'm saying? You were digging into something that Sonny felt like maybe you shouldn't go digging in. He made a judgment call, and it is what it is. Curtis need to let that shit go. And of course, Marshall pops up. Oh, we got a problem? Marshall, go sit down. Go sit down, Mr. Marshall. Because Curtis wants to beef with Sonny so bad, you want to act cold towards Sonny, but your biggest threat is Miss Nina Wu. That's your biggest threat. Miss Wu is his biggest problem, not Sonny. Because trust, Miss Wu is turning into a problem. So he might want to, redirect that energy back over to Miss Wu, because that's who you're going to have the issues with, not Sonny. I'm just saying. So anyway, that's pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought. And I will see you all later. Have a great night. Peace.